Alright, so welcome back to Jin Academy. So here today we're gonna talk about Freefall again. Free fall. So in the last video we talked about a simple freefall question, actually two simple freefall questions, and then today we talk about some harder freefall questions. Alright, so here again a ball falls from a platform. The platform has height of, what do you say, h meters. All right, so cool. So this ball fall is released from rest at the top of the platform, and it just goes vertically down like that. And then at its very last second, it moved. Let's say it moved 10 meters. Let's just assume gravity is 10 meters per second square, which is easier for us to calculate, right? Because I'm just making like a demo video. I don't want to like make it too complicated. So let's see, at the very second it moved 10 meters. So what's the average velocity at that very last second? Well, clearly, if it moved 10 meters in a second, then the average velocity, V average, at the very last second is 10 meters per second, right? Cool, now we get this. But let's think about it. Let's think about here. Here's a ball. And then 1 second, again, here's a ball. So this is a ball 1 second before it touches the ground, and this is the ball when it touches the ground. So what's the velocity of this, and what's the velocity of this? Clearly, these two velocities are different because the ball is keeping on accelerating while during 1 second. So this, the velocity before, like 1 second before the ground is actually smaller than this velocity. The velocity is like unaccelerated during this 1 second. This velocity is like after fully accelerated. So yes, now we use this equation here. So V average equals to V initial plus V final over 2. We're trying to get the V final here because V initial is 1 second before it touches the ground, and why are we gonna use that? So like don't worry about that one. And then here V initial plus V final divided by 2 is V average. Some people may say, alright, so how do I know V initial? How do I know V final? And then dude, this is very easy. So what's the difference between V final and V initial is actually 10. Because the acceleration is 10, and if you want like equation to justify it is V final equals to V initial plus AT, right? So what's T in this case? 1 second, so T is just 1. So what's A? A is negative 9.8, but in this case, let's just say 1.8. All right, so A is 9.8, T is, let's say A is negative 9.8, and T is 1. And then here it traveled 10 meters, so V average actually negative 10 because it's moving down 10 meters. All right, so here, so V initial plus 10 equals to V final. So here, V final is actually V initial plus 10, or V initial is actually V final minus 10. So here we can rewrite this as V final minus 10 plus V final divided by 2. So V average is 10. So 20 equals to 2VF minus 10. So down a little bit. So VF, well, actually 2VF equals to and then it throws vertically up until it stops, and then it comes down like this, and then like hits the ground. So let's see how long did it take to all right, so this kind of question actually has like multiple parts. It will generally first will ask you its maximum height, and then when does it hit its maximum height? Does it comes back to the ground, and then what's its velocity when it hits the ground? So here, let's first get its maximum height. So the initial velocity is 10 meters per second. G is 9.8 meters per second. So pretty much we just set this equation up. X equals to x initial plus v initial t plus 1/2 at squared. So clearly, the x is its maximum height because it stops. X initial because it starts from this person, so it pretty much it starts from the ground. So x initial is 0. V initial is 10. T we have no idea what it is yet. 1/2 a negative 9.8 t squared. So x equals 10t plus 1/2 a, which is negative 4.9 t squared. All right, so I know a lot of people can get to this step, but like some people may get confused because they're maybe like, what's t? What's t? All right, so to solve t, we use another equation right here. Like, don't freak out. We have initial v. So there's another equation. This equation we already know equals to v initial plus at. V initial gives us is 0. So what's v final? A lot of people don't understand what's v final. When it hits its maximum height, what's the velocity at its maximum height? It's 0, right? Because the ball is not moving as maximum height. So v equals to 0. Initial is 10 plus at, which is minus 9.8 t. So pretty much 9.8 t equals to 10, and then t just equals to t by 9.8. So you can divide by 9.8. 9.8 is 1.02. 0204 seconds. That's the total time it gets from here to here. That's a little question already. So the maximum height of this, you just plug this time in to this equation. So again, it's x equals to 10t, which is that t times 10, which is 10.204 plus 1/2 at squared, or negative 4.9 t squared, let's see, 1.0204 square is 1.041 plus 1.041 times negative 4.9. So that times 4.9 is 5. So that equals to 10.204 minus 5.102. That equals to simple algebra, right? 10.204 minus 5.102, which is 5.02. That's the maximum height. All right, so I know that I went too long in this video, so like we'll discuss all this question in my next video. I'll see you again.